Welcome back to the program. South Africa's economy is back in recession the second time in a decade, and that's according to the data released from the country's statistics office. The news comes not long after two ratings agencies downgraded a portion of the country's sovereign debt to so-called junk status. Analysts had better expected a better performance as they predicted a slight expansion of South Africa's economy. But it shrank by 0.7% in the first quarter of this year, following on from a fall at the end of last year. While there were encouraging signs from South Africa's mining industry, the main sector that pulled back the GDP figures was manufacturing, which shrank by nearly 4% in the second quarter. The South African currency, the rand, fell around 1% after this news broke. The Libyan government, in conjunction with the International Organization for Migration, have repatriated 26 illegal migrants from Nigeria back home as part of a voluntary return program sponsored by the IOM. The IOM is an intergovernmental organization that provides services and advice concerning migration to governments and migrants themselves, including internally displaced persons, refugees and migrant workers. The program is one of the few ways European Union states can fund action inside lawless Libya, which has become the main migration departure point for Europe. The IOM flew 2,775 migrants back last year and is expecting to increase that number to between 7,000 and 10,000 in 2017 with new European funding. We're here in Nigeria, and artist Osa Okonkolo is on a mission to change the country's perception of street art. Graffiti is socially understood as an uncoordinated nuisance and a form of damage to property, but from walls to billboard covers, Osa is making a difference.
Nigerian graffiti artist Okonkolo Osa is changing the face of Lagos streets with colorful murals adorning some of the city's buildings and walls to attract attention of passers-by. In Nigeria, graffiti is often seen as an eyesore, something unwelcome used by rebellious youths to damage property. But Osa, also known as Osa 7, is hoping to change the way graffiti is perceived and get more people to appreciate the art form. Today, Osa is working on his latest project, spray painting some of Lagos' landmarks on the city's walls.
The brief was to create a graffiti piece or mural that describes Lagos. So basically what I did was I took key elements that are peculiar to Lagos, or key monuments that are peculiar to Lagos, that is the three Orisha Meta, I have the National Art Theatre, and I have the graffiti font text which reads Lagos, basically, and the Lagos colors.
The project was commissioned by the local government to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Lagos State in a bid to popularize the art form. Osa has also set up an initiative known as Kuma Nation to help artists in Nigeria sell and popularize their work.
I'm just a spearheader. The movement is coming. There are a whole lot of people after me that are inspired and would make the impact. So I believe in impacting where I'm from, and with this, it's just another opportunity to do that.
Osa's work is already attracting attention and sparking debate on the value of street art.
What we are seeing now is really nice, but we need to understand the issue of it and why we need it in this country. So, like, if you just wake up one morning and saw something like this, so some people that see it and doesn't understand, you need to ask questions. So how did they bring it, and what is the reason why are they bringing it?
Osa is working to encourage more young people to join his movement and explore their graffiti talent. He says, though, that he faces a huge challenge when it comes to sourcing materials in the country, like paint, for instance, as well as finding empty walls for his work.
The Guinean President Nana Akufo-Addo says the soldier who was lynched by a mob after being mistaken for an armed robber will be given a state burial. Major Maxwell Mahama was serving in Ghana's central region as part of a unit that was attempting to tackle the problem of illegal mining. After visiting the family, the president announced that the government would set up a memorial fund with the aim of raising more than $100,000. Mr. Akufo-Addo also posthumously promoted the dead soldier from the rank of captain to major. Victims of the 7 local government areas affected by insurgency in Adamawa State in Nigeria are receiving support from with the agricultural input and livestock by the Fadama 3 program. Presenting the items to the victims of insurgency and the vulnerable in the state, the permanent secretary thanked the various NGOs for teaming up with the Fadama 3 in bringing succor to the people.
Residents are gradually picking pieces of their lives after the insurgency. They are seeking for assistance from both government and individuals. The agricultural input and livestock by the Fadama 3 program is offering support to victims from the 7 local government areas worst hit in Adamawa State. The items include fertilizer, chemicals, seeds, spraying machines, and goats for rearing.
We have considered all the 21 local governments because the 7 local governments actually they are the most affected. But we have the host communities that hosted those 7 local governments.
To bring help to the needy, there's nothing better than service. It is my prayer that you continue to do it as the Lord gives you strength. For all the NGOs that you partner with, we appreciate their effort.
The farm inputs and livestock couldn't have come at a better time, and for the authorities, this action must not be truncated.
We are seriously looking for assistance from all those that are well-to-do. Therefore, this assistance that is being rendered to our people today, I believe will go a very long way in alleviating most of their sufferings.
This intervention is therefore targeted at rural farming households who has returned in communities where peace has been relatively restored to start a meaningful and active economic life.
The beneficiaries appreciate government for the intervention.
We don't expect this type of things to be distributed today, but when we came here, we made it being assembled.
The state government and the partnering organizations seem determined to continue to assist affected returnee communities in Adamawa State for the next 2 years.
That's Network Africa. Thank you for watching. I'm Joker Rogers.